Angie has made it easier than ever to connect with skilled professionals to get all your jobs projects done well. If you own a home, you know how much work it can take, whether it's everyday maintenance and repairs or making dream projects a reality. It can be hard just to know where to start, but now all you need to do is Angie that and find a skilled local pro who will deliver the quality and expertise you need. Angie has over 20 years of home service experience, and they've combined it with new tools to simplify the whole process. Bring them your project online or with the Angie app, answer a few questions, and Angie can handle the rest from start to finish, or help you compare quotes from multiple pros and connect instantly, which means you can take care of just about any home project in just a few taps. Because when it comes to getting the most out of your home, you can do this when you Angie that. Download the free Angie mobile app today or visit Angie.com. That's ANGI.com.
American Hysteria is a podcast that dives deep into moral panics, urban legends, conspiracy theories, hoaxes, and crazes throughout history in order to examine how fantastical thinking has long shaped our culture. With a wide range of topics, including stranger danger, the gay agenda, satanic cults, the Westboro Baptist Church, trash talk shows, and phantom clowns, American Hysteria is sometimes hilarious, sometimes horrifying, and sometimes heartfelt. I'm your host, Chelsea Weber-Smith, and now you can subscribe to American Hysteria on Apple Podcasts, where you'll get ad-free episodes and bonus content. So come and listen to American Hysteria, wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey everyone, did you know Castro is a great place to listen to Ghost Town? Castro is a long-running iOS app with a rich history. The Castro podcast app makes it easy to manage lots of podcasts and enjoy the best episodes of all your favorite shows. It has custom playback speeds, its own CarPlay app, and more. Listen to Ghost Town and thousands of other amazing shows on Castro. Head on over to Castro, that's CASTRO.FM, and download the app today.
The Sound of Silence. I'm Rebecca Lieb.
I'm Jason Horton.
And this is Ghost Town.
On August 21st through August 23rd, 1924, all radio stations in the United States were requested to cease broadcasting to create an environment of radio silence. This would allow for any potential signals from Mars to be more easily detected without the interference from human-made radio transmissions. This is National Radio Silence Day.
It's kind of strange because when you first told me what this episode was going to be about, we think about radio silence all the time as a test, or this is a test, then radios do the little tone. Like, this is not something that's outside of our scope of understanding or familiarity, but I didn't realize, and then I'm like, oh, this is for aliens? Holy shit.
We also think, like, radio silence is also a phrase. Not going to talk about this anymore.
Radio silence, very mysterious in and of itself.
The U.S. government supported the initiative, and the Navy participated by using their high-powered radio equipment to listen for signals. The cooperation of various government and private entities underscored the national interest in the project. Several listening stations were set up across the United States, with the primary station at the U.S. Naval Observatory in Washington, D.C. These stations were equipped with sensitive radio receivers.
Can you imagine all of these different government entities cooperating like that now?
It's also something like War of the Worlds didn't come out to the 1930s. This is 10 years before that. It's a pretty progressive stance on talking to aliens, especially when things like religion are so prevalent and it's just us.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty progressive stance for the U.S. to take, especially considering the way we have talked about UFOs, alien sightings, and they've kind of been subverted, and it's just conspiracy or crackpottery.
Yeah.
So there's a pretty progressive stance for 1924.
Absolutely. And I think it kind of speaks more to our stance on radio and that as a new technology versus even our stance on aliens. It's like we have this new powerful tool that is kind of new to the United States and has a lot of possibility. Like, why don't we try using this for this thing?
So the logic behind it is Mars was closer to Earth more than any other time in the century. So they were like, it's closer. Theoretically, the waves should get there easier. Despite the efforts and the widespread public interest, no definitive signals or messages from Mars were detected during the periods of radio silence. The event did, however, capture the imagination of the public and contributed to the ongoing fascination with space and the possibility of extraterrestrial life. This is a telegram from August 22nd, 1924, from the United States Army, Washington, Alaska Military Cable and Telegraph System, to Seattle, Washington. 7021 Al Navsta, 8 Navy desires. Cooperate astronomers who believe possible that Mars may attempt communication by radio waves with this planet. While they are near together, this end, all shore radio stations will especially note and report any electrical phenomenon, unusual character, and will cover as wide band frequencies as possible. To 2400 August 24th, without interruption, with traffic, 1800, signed by SecNav, Washington, D.C., 257P. Interesting to read a telegram from the 1920s as compared to the way you would send an email or communicate with a text.
I know, it's so wild. And I'm just so impressed. It was overt, like people knew about it. You know, they had to because they were listening to something. Overt curiosity in communication with extraterrestrial life. Again, I think of it, when I think of that, I think of really more mid-century, like we're doing a secret op, we're doing this, we're doing testing, we're doing whatever. Not like, let's bring the whole United States in on this kind of experiment in how we can communicate.
I feel like that's changed over the years. Also, I believe we've done the WOW signal from 1977. And there's also something very interesting with radio. It's called number stations that you can still hear some of them, and they are just something like Morse code that are meant to communicate in these open radio waves during wartime. And I think they still exist, and you can still turn them on and still hear them.
Damn, we got to do an episode on that.
I know, it's always something I've been interested in just because number stations are just like a weird thing. I don't know, we've never done an episode on it, but maybe we should. And, listen to the radio more, everybody. Not just Sirius. Listen to that AM radio. Like, they're like, what's AM radio?
Yeah, they're like, who?
Angie has made it easier than ever to connect with skilled professionals to get all your jobs projects done well. If you own a home, you know how much work it can take, whether it's everyday maintenance and repairs or making dream projects a reality. It can be hard just to know where to start, but now all you need to do is Angie that and find a skilled local pro who will deliver the quality and expertise you need. Angie has over 20 years of home service experience, and they've combined it with new tools to simplify the whole process. Bring them your project online or with the Angie app, answer a few questions, and Angie can handle the rest from start to finish, or help you compare quotes from multiple pros and connect instantly, which means you can take care of just about any home project in just a few taps. Because when it comes to getting the most out of your home, you can do this when you Angie that. Download the free Angie mobile app today or visit Angie.com. That's ANGI.com.
Discover a new city every day with Qatar Airways. Experience variety and excitement on your next urban adventure. Visit QatarAirways.com to explore our must-visit destinations.